Listening Colour. Hi everyone, welcome to Listening Colour with me, Rachel Walker-Mason. I am back with some Pink Floyd, and as requested by many of you, this is Sorrow from Pulse. Ooh, AC. Ooh. Wow. Wow. That is not what I thought was going to happen at all. Oh my goodness. I've not heard David Gilmour play the guitar like that. I've heard mainly kind of more lyrical, very clean playing. That had tons of like whammy bar and distortion. Whew, that was quite a surprise to me because I don't know all of their music. Unlike you lot who do, you know all of it. So you'll probably say, oh, you're wrong, Rachel. He plays like that all the time. But that really took me by surprise. I was not expecting a guitar part like that. And just straight away, those low bass notes coming in. Oh, so exciting. I love that. I'm not sure if it's on bass guitar or on keys as a kind of washy synth. I'm not sure. But it worked so beautifully, kind of underpinned that slightly angsty kind of pain and conflict that felt like it was coming through in the guitar part. It was like underpinned with this very low kind of like yearning in the bass section. So I'm already kind of intrigued as to what it's about and why it's called Sorrow.
Sorrow lies over the land, blooms of hills and rivers, but wakes to a morning with no reason for waking. He's haunted by the memory of a lost paradise. Is youth or a dream? He can't be precise. He's changing forever to a world that's departed. It's not enough, it's not enough.
Oh my goodness, I just love this. I have to give some praise to the drummer because he never sits down. I've never seen a kit like that. It's like surrounding him at all different heights. It's unbelievable. He's leaping up to hit cymbals up there. It's crazy. I was thinking, well, at least on drums you get to sit down for a gig, but no, not if you're the drummer for Pink Floyd. Apparently, unbelievable. Really, wow. They make so much noise. It's a really intense sound, and this one, it already fills me with this kind of dread of not of their music, but just this, there's a real heaviness to it. Maybe that's why it's called Sorrow. But David Gilmour, vocally, the verse doesn't really go anywhere. It's just da 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 da. It's like it's stuck, like the characters may be stuck in a point in life that they're not enjoying. It's really interesting because usually their vocal lines move a lot more. But here it's not, and I'm sure there's a reason why. And I'm interested to find out what happens next. Oh.
And cuddled with fright, his knees have trembled and given way in the night. His hand just weakened at the moment of truth. His step has faltered.
Oh. Beautiful. Okay. So that's where the tune change and it goes da da, and it moves a lot more and it rises into a more kind of ringy part of the voice, and more a beautiful or more kind of heartfelt area of David Gilmour's voice, and the backing vocals come in. I love the lighting and the kind of pyrotechnics they have in these shows. Whoever designed these is a flipping genius, because as a synesthete, like I see music as colour, so much of what they're doing in the lighting here is exactly what happens in my brain. It's incredible. It really is. I need to look up the lyrics because I want to know what's happening here. So, opening section, it is quite... Yeah, it does. The sweet smell of great sorrow lies over the land. Plumes of smoke rise and merge into the leaden sky. And it really felt like that. There was this kind of cry of despair from the guitar, and then this very unmoving, slightly dirgy vocal line, which is exactly right for those lyrics. I'm assuming it's about dissatisfaction with life, wanting something more, or feeling like a lot of Pink Floyd songs, feeling like you've missed out on things, or yearning for youth, or there's I think the reason why people like Pink Floyd so much is that they hit something in you that you've never been able to express, but you felt. And one of you put this brilliant comment on one of my other Pink Floyd reactions. Only Pink Floyd can make you nostalgic for something that's never happened to you. And it's true. Like you kind of wish for a time where you could relive those memories, but they never happened to you. But Pink Floyd makes you feel nostalgic for that. It's unbelievable. There's very few bands that can give you that kind of feeling. Usually we love the bands from our kind of teenage years, because that's our time when we were most kind of free and happiest, and lots of, new experience were happening in our lives. So that's, for me, that's the kind of late 90s and my kind of happy music years. So when I listen to that music now, I remember my own life then. But Pink Floyd make you think of a life that you may not have even had, but you feel nostalgic for. Amazing. So the bridge, this isn't even the chorus. So it was a verse 2, which I thought was really interesting, not going into a chorus, going straight into a verse 2. It felt even more kind of relentless, as if like this fog is sitting over the song as it sits over your life. And his blood has frozen and curdled with fright. Whoa! His knees have trembled and given way in the night. These are so graphic. Like, if it's like it's a movie and I can see the character. It's amazing. And so this is the bridge, this section here. One world, one soul, time pass, the rivers roll. It's not enough, it's not enough. Wow. I have to think about that. Because the backing singer's coming in there and having these gorgeous harmonies. It's like everybody's agreeing with that statement. Everybody's singing in beautiful harmonies. One world, one soul. So it's like, oh, that's a good thing. Time pass, the river roll. So you're like, okay, that's perhaps everybody's okay with this. And then it's not enough, it's not enough. Oh, that kind of aches, doesn't it? It's not enough. How many of us think that in life? Like, it's not enough. Do we have enough now? Are we going to be enough? When we die, will we look back? Or when we're dying, we look back and think that wasn't enough? Oh, my goodness. Existential crisis incoming. This light show, unbelievable. Wow. Wow.
Lost love and dedication, silent replies, swirl invitation, blow dark and trouble to an holy sea, a grim intimation of what is to be. There's an unceasing wind that blows through this night. There's dust in my eyes that blinds my sight. And there's the silence that speaks so much louder than words.
Wow.
Promises broken.
Interestingly enough, on the lyrics written here, there's nothing marked as the chorus. There isn't a chorus. It's just verses and then a bridge, which is one world, one soul, time will pass, the rivers roll. And maybe that is the chorus, but it's marked as the bridge, which is interesting. And then there's just another verse and then guitar solo, which I often feel is another verse. And there's no lyrics, but David Gilmour is telling us the story through his soloing, which is as impactful as having lyrics. Amazing. I'm really into this form now that Pink Floyd gives us. And I talk a lot about, being trained as a songwriter. We are trained to write these 3.5 minute little nuggets for radio. And even Queen, when they wrote Bohemian Rhapsody, were told that's never going to be played on radio because it's too long, and all the other things that were wrong with it. But it became massive. And Pink Floyd were not really played on the radio when I was younger. They just weren't, because it was just not palatable. That's not what people wanted to listen to, apparently. But it seems like they actually did, and radios maybe got it wrong. So I just never heard these things. And I'm wondering how different my musical influences would be if I had heard them when I was younger. Maybe I'd write in a different way. And I'm really enjoying learning more about prog rock and how you can change the form of a song if it works for the story, and how talented the musicians are, because you've got to be good to be able to do something that changes the form so much from what we're used to. And it's really exciting. So thank you all for sticking with me, even though you're like, how has she not heard Pink Floyd before? And being here for part of this journey and encouraging me and suggesting things for me to listen to. I am learning because of you. So thank you. Fantastic. Wow. I did not interrupt in the guitar solo. I waited just for you lot. Oh my goodness. I love that they get doing each section there. That was so exciting when they'd all come off on the 3 and then back on the and 1. And it was just, or 4 or 1. It was just really exciting the way they did that all together with this big dump on the drums. It was just really exciting. It just punctuated the song in a way that you weren't quite expecting. And then as it came back, I just couldn't wait for it to come back. It was amazing. And as per usual, David Gilmour solo, playing at your heartstrings. It's like when he's bending those strings, it's like he's doing that to your heart, to your emotions. You're like, oh, I'm feeling angst and sadness and depression in a way that other music doesn't do that to me. Occasionally Richie Sambora playing high on his guitar back when he was in Bon Jovi, or some of his guitar solos could kind of do that to me, but no one does like David Gilmour. How have I lived this long and not known that a guitar in this person's hands can do that to me? Amazing. If you're enjoying this reaction, please remember to subscribe so you never miss a video from me. And also, just to let you know, I am going to be reacting to the whole of Dark Side of the Moon as requested by you, and we're going to put that completely unedited with no ads on my Patreon. So please follow me on there and you'll be able to watch the whole of Dark Side of the Moon with me. Wow. Bass notes are back in. Oh. Wow. I was not expecting that use of distortion and whammy bar, honestly. Wow, that, oh my God, it felt like teenage angst as well as this amazing poetry. And oh, so good. I can see why so many of you recommended this one. So thanks for that. Colour-wise in this one, I have synesthesia, so I see music as colours. This one is very much that green colour that the lighting often was, a slightly kind of like sludgy green, which I often get when I listen to Ren, the singer Ren. I often see like a kind of sludgy green colour. This song was like that. It was like this kind of angst and this desperation, and the colours were kind of dim because everything felt kind of full of angst and kind of joyless. And then the section, which is apparently called the bridge, which I think was the chorus, the bit where they all there's lots of bright lights and things, that felt much more yellow to me when everybody was singing and the voices all went into David Gilmour was singing up the octave and everything felt like it had a more kind of ringy quality to it. That was much more kind of golden. And then verse 3 was back to that kind of green again, but a little bit brighter because David Gilmour gone up the octave rather than singing down the octave, but it was the same notes. So that had it was like a brighter green and more of a limey kind of green. And then the guitar solo was just, weirdly, it was kind of Pink's, which I wouldn't think would particularly work in this song because it's so angsty, but it had this brightness to the way he was playing, and that kind of, so it was like Pink's, and then some of it was more red when it was more angry, and then some lighter bits where it was like pain rather than anger. It was just this, yeah, like little kind of red and pink kind of journey through to the end, and then the massive distortion at the end was this really solid red, like blood red kind of like a fist of red. It was yeah, that's not what I expected at all with this song, and it's really exciting. I loved it. Being a songwriter in the music industry is not well paid, so if you would like to support me, you can do so by buying me a coffee or a tea, as I say, because I'm British and drink a lot of tea. The link is just here. You're under absolutely no obligation to do this. You can just watch these videos and enjoy it without giving me anything at all. But I want to say thank you to everybody who already does this. It means so much to me, so thank you. Please remember to like, subscribe, share and comment. I love all your comments, so please keep them coming, and remember to have a colourful day. Listening.